All right, so we're doing a little more shop time on the 4200 XL. And so we've taken care of pet peeve number one, the drive system. So I'm really liking the brushless drive system. So far I've drove it more than I have since I've owned it without any problems. So that's a good fix. The other is the slop in the turn. And still got a little bit, but it's stiffer now, so that's all in the motor. The other pet peeve I got with this thing is this is constantly coming out. This is like the third or fourth screw I've had in here. The indicator, I mean, it backs out so fast, and then these washers fall on the ground, and I mean within minutes sometimes that will back out, especially if I'm doing a lot of putting a lot of back pressure on the arm. So that thing just has a tendency to wiggle out of there. So I'm going to see what we can do about fixing that. So this is the brass bushing that the arm rotates on. And the threads are stripped inside. There's a little metal insert that you see there. And with those threads being stripped, I need to do something to change that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill out that metal inside the brass bushing and retain the brass bushing. It means I also have to drill out these holes right here to 1/4 inch to accept my 1/4 inch bolt. Up top you see the old hardware that I'm not going to use, the brass bushing that's drilled out, and the new stainless steel hardware 1/4 inch bolt and some washers that I'm going to use. All right, so there we go. 1/4 inch bolt through. Still got a little bit of play, and that's free movement. That's just what that bushing, that copper brass bushing that I drilled out. That's the play in the holes in the arms to where that goes through there. But that's a fair amount of play, so it's not bad. But it went down to 2 washers instead of the 3, and I had that same kind of play with those washers just because of the spacing. The distance on the bushing going between here is a little bit wider than the arm itself, and so even to get these in, I had to put it on there and kind of squeeze it in together. And so those are hard up against that brass bushing, but that keeps you from binding, so that keeps that arm free to move. So now it won't. I cut the bolt off, and I may or may not paint these. I kind of like the stainless steel look, but heavier duty. And even if it's not quite a scale look, it's definitely not coming out again, which that was so frustrating. So I just wanted something to keep it from coming out again. So we'll go with that.